and cozy. I have uh I have been wanting to do a talk with you now for a little while. I love listening to you once you get talking. Um, so yeah, I have a lot of questions I want to ask you and see what you have to say on different topics. Um, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so the I was at your Zoom meeting, your group Zoom meeting earlier, and there was talk about God. And I know a lot of times, a lot of people refer to whatever this is as this. Um,
Yeah.
today I saw them referring to it as God. Can you explain what God is? What is God? What is this?
Um, this is already nothing, you know, being everything. So you can call it whatever. You can say it's God, it's it's a donkey, it's a raccoon, water, sky, it doesn't matter. But itself as it is already nothing, being every apparent thing, because there are no real things. It's just already nothing. Yet it's beyond words, you know, it's beyond words, also appearing as words. So it can never be explained, can never be known, it can never be understood because it's already not a thing and it's already not separate. There is no separation that there can be somebody to know it, understand it, or get it. It's already just simply this, appearing as
Yeah,
talking, thinking, asking question, giving an answer, wondering, suspicious, sitting on a chair, smiling, the room, the lights, the body. It's already every apparent thing.
when the word this is used or God, many picture something physical. It's all just this. And then this is a solid thing. This is a something. There's something alive called this. Oftentimes I say that there's actually nothing happening. There's nothing, it's nothing. A lot of times I'm met with pushback that there's everything. And that's fine too.
Yeah, yeah,
I say a lot of times that we could be having a Bible study or we could be talking about politics or our families and there's already nobody doing anything. There's nothing actually happening. It's just appearing to happen. Would you agree with this?
yeah. There's already nothing happening. There's already nothing happening. The story itself is already empty. There's just an empty appearance talking happening, listening happening, moving, movement happening, asking question happening, heartbeats happening, blinking happening. It's already empty. There's no one doing just what's happening. And it may seem as if it's going somewhere in the story, but it's never really going anywhere. There's nowhere to get to, and there's nobody already to get to anywhere. There's just simply this. It's empty and full in a sense that there's already no doer of just what's happening. Things are just the way they are, but there's no one behind anything. It's empty fullness. Boundless energy. Can call it spaciousness. And there's no one already to know that. There's no one to get it already. There's just it. There may be a dream when there's that sense of being separate from everything. Somebody trying to get it, meditating, reciting mantras. That's just a dream. Appearing in this, as this. That as well may seem to stop. There can be a recognition that uh, there wasn't anyone who was doing anything. This was just this. What is? There is already no separate self who's doing anything, who's trying, who's investigating, searching, asking question. There's just asking of a question happening, investigation happening, sitting on a chair happening, going to the loo happening, smoking happening, drinking happening. Everything is empty. There are no things already. Even that which seems to say there are things, it's already nothing, not a thing.
You would say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so I hear it said that, well, there's just smoking happening, there's just questions happening, answers happening, but there's nobody behind it. I tend to say that there appears to be smoking happening and a heart beating and questions and answers, and not even because nothing's actually happening.
Yeah,
I don't, right.
yeah,
So a lot of times I think there may be the impression that, well, there's just smoking happening or just a question happening, and that could be taken literally. But there's already nobody understanding or trying to understand anything anyways. So that's why I call it the shit show. I say that it's a shit show. Some people call it awareness, divinity, silence, the now. I call it the shit show.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can call it whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's already nobody calling it anything. This just is. It's beautiful. It's freedom. It's just freedom already. There's already no one to be free. There's just freedom. Appearing as somebody who's thinking that is not yet free. So as you are
You're
saying that it's not happening. It seems to be happening, but it's never really happening because it's empty. It's just nothing. There is movement, but no movement. There is smoking, but no smoking. There is talking, but not talking. Thinking, but not thinking. Smiling, but not smiling. It's just like that.
many I there appears to be these individualized special people with their own histories and mindsets and hopes and dreams for the future. And many times there's this appearance of a somebody seeking out enlightenment, and there's something to find. And you tell them, well, it's just this. It just is. Whatever it may appear as, it just is. Well, yeah, but there's got to be something that's not just this. There's something more than just this. Well, that's also just this. It's also just what simply appeared, which is and isn't simultaneously. There's nothing to it. I mean, this appearing as a somebody seeking enlightenment and wanting to be like the Buddha or Jesus, there's already nobody doing anything anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, yes. It's not wrong or right. It's
Not wrong
just
or
what
right. It's not
happens.
okay and it's not okay. Yeah, it just is and isn't. What a beauty.
Yeah. Somebody thinking that it's something. Somebody thinking that it's nothing. It doesn't matter. It's all just this. Nothing matters.
So let me ask you, does anger ever appear to arise in your life? Do you ever get angry? Doesn't Cozy ever get mad or yell or scream?
Yeah, that may seem to happen. That may seem to happen, but it's not registered as somebody doing it. You know, it may seem to arise. You know, and things seem to unfold. Effortlessly. There is just an empty unfolding happening, anger, you know, happening, laughter, but it's empty and it's not taken seriously because there's no sense of being separate from everything. It's just life freely unfolds. Yeah. There is no intention to do anything, to get anything, to suppress anything. There's no suppression of anything. Anger, sadness may arise, Mm. But it's empty. It's empty. There's always that underlining spaciousness, you know.
I've heard Sanders say it that it falls like the rain, blows like the wind, blooms like
Yeah,
the flower.
yeah. Yeah, just like a leaf, when the leaf is falling, it's just moving sideways effortlessly.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
as well, life is enjoyed here. Is enjoyed, it's beautiful. There's no wrong or rights. It's just there can be a response as well happening. Oh, today it's hot. It's very hot. The weather is hot. Gonna be wearing my t-shirts. Just an empty response or empty reaction. It's doesn't mean that there is somebody there who's actually doing anything.
What about the fear of death? Does that ever appear to arise?
Now, it doesn't arise. There's nobody to die. There's nobody to die. It's just this. This is beyond birth and death. Somehow, this may seem to be solid, more solid than what seems to be solid. It's just deathless. It's just it's just everything, nothing at the same time. It's not a female, it's not a male, it's not a human being. It doesn't have any intention to do anything. It doesn't have questions. Questions don't arise here. Seeking never arise here. But there can be that dynamic life, just life, freely happening. Going to the shop to buy something, going to the store to buy some clothes happening. You know, it's it's just nobody there doing anything. There's no registration that there's somebody.
What led you to this? What led you to this apparent understanding? What brought what in cozy to this point of no longer fearing death or understanding that it's all just this? Obviously, there was never anybody who understood anything, but there's this apparent story that takes place.
Yeah, yeah. But right now there's no gossip that's reached uh, the destination or the pinnacle of the mountain or achieved anything. There's nothing here. But as well, if we may talk about the story, I can say that's there was always that sense of uh, being curious, wanting to know what was the meaning of their apparent life. This they used to spend time alone, seeking, meditating. Never used to have many friends because I wanted to understand what was the meaning of all this. I never accepted the the stories as they were told, stories about God, that there was a God who who was watching for those who are doing right or wrong, waiting to punish them for their wrongdoings. I never accepted the story. I wanted to. I did my own research, or I can say there was a research happening, investigation happening, mm, until that sense of self collapsed, you know, or that separate self. It was recognized that it wasn't even there in the first place. So somehow it never happened. It was just that already totality expressing as a separate self or a separate sense of self, not being satisfied about the stories. Yeah. And glimpses would happen from time to time. And there was that intense seeking happening until everything just faded, just collapsed. And it was recognized that there was just this already. Nothing ever happened. The ghost's story just never happened. And there's no
Beautifully
ghost.
said.
There's no armor as well. There's just totality. This.
Yeah, there was this sort of when I was younger, I was my mother used to watch psychics on TV, and there was this probably from the time I was like 3 or 4 years old until I was like 15. I was obsessed with or what appeared to be a individualized special me named Amor. Was obsessed with ghosts and ghost hunting and psychics, and a friend of mine gave me a book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I was like, whoa. And then there's another book, The Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. And then I just, and then I, then there appeared to be this, um, I said to myself, I will not die without knowing God. I need to figure out what this is. What is this? And there appeared to be this seeking in overdrive. I also did not have many friends. It was just all about finding whatever this is. And little by little, it became this chopping away at a more. And then what appeared to be an Amor just sort of went away, disappeared. There was no more Amor. Just just became nothing. There was nothing there anymore.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And there never was anything there to begin with.
Yeah. And that sense of wrong or right is just vanished. This is wrong, this is right, just disappeared. But this, it doesn't mean that it goes around killing the, the apparent people. So it just doesn't come up, yeah, and just,
But that may appear to happen.
yeah, that may seem to happen, but yeah, it just doesn't come up.
There was never anybody who gained anything. There was never an
Just,
Amor that became enlightened and knew all the answers, or Amor at 16 said, I'm gonna find God. I'm gonna find the meaning of this. There's not somebody, a special individualized somebody sitting here that has the answers or who found this. Nothing was ever
yeah,
found. Nobody found anything. There was never anybody to begin with. Nothing special going
yeah,
on here.
yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And this isn't special, and this is shameless and shapeless. There's no shape, there's no shame, doesn't mind. It doesn't say the other. There's no longer that separate sense of being separate from everything. So it is just when Amor talks, it's just this talking. When Kosi talks, just this talking.
And not even.
Yeah.
There may appear
So
to be times when, oh, I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a glitch going on. So if I'm talking over you at all, I apologize.
yeah, it's okay. Okay.
You go ahead. You were going to say something.
Uh, during the when there was an intense seeking there happening, uh, did you ever experience uh, out of the body experience? Apparently,
There, there never, there never was the experience of an out of body experience. There was like lucid dreams. Um, there was this appearance of intense bliss, um, where the room would just sort of vibrate. It was almost like there was like a smoke cloud in the air. It would feel so intense. But there was never the experience of an out of body experience. There appeared to be the striving to have an out of body experience. Maybe some of those intense bliss moments in meditation maybe led to, maybe it was more of an out of body experience, but um, there's almost this it almost seems like there's this I don't know how to put it, like this, there's not really a care to even discuss out of body experiences. Do you know what I'm saying? It just is, there's already nobody doing anything to begin with.
Yeah,
Um, it's sort of I was on a Zoom call a couple months ago with Sander and Rosa, and they asked me my story. And there was no story to tell because nobody ever did anything. Anyways, there was never a somebody doing a something. And so to talk about some of these apparent e- experiences, sometimes I find it difficult, if
yeah,
you understand what I'm saying.
yeah. It's 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 always like that. It's very difficult to actually remember the stories
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's just no one. It's just no one there.
I was making videos more often before, and the want or the need, the apparent want and need to even make videos sort of started to evaporate because there's nothing to teach. There's nobody to teach.
Mm.
There may appear to be this enjoyment sitting and talking to you, and there's nothing to be gained here. There's nothing being taught here.
Mhm.
There's nobody to watch this and to learn something. It's
Yeah,
just it's just this appearing as two individualized people having a simple conversation with no purpose to it. And if there
yeah,
appears to be a purpose to it, well, that's okay too, whatever it may
yeah.
appear as.
Yeah, there's just what seems to be happening, and there is no intention to gain anything, as you are saying, to achieve anything, to enlighten the world or to save the world. You know, there's just what seems to be happening. It doesn't matter. Then it doesn't mind. Anything may arise here. You know, a huge elephant may suddenly just drop from nowhere, and it won't be registered as something happening. Just it's nothing happening. This is already empty. This is already full. This isn't a thing. There's nobody separate to grasp, to understand, to find, to to watch, to listen. This just this. And this doesn't have any expectations that some uh, there's gonna be that exciting experience, you know, or exciting happening. Maybe maybe Ghost is gonna say something very, or maybe Amos gonna say something. No, there are no expectations. There's just simply what's happening, and it's going nowhere. Beautiful for nobody.
It's like in your meetings, I heard it brought up a few times about suicide, and well, everything's just this. But what about suicide? What about rape? What about murder? Well, there was already nobody who killed themselves. There was already nobody who was murdered.
Yeah,
But sometimes there appears to be this. It's hard. It appears to be hard to grasp that because in this life, this apparent life, being raped is a terrible occurrence.
yeah,
It doesn't feel good. I imagine to be raped or to be murdered or to be so suicidal that you decide to kill yourself. So that
yeah.
can't be this.
Oh, yeah. In the story, it may seem as if something may seem to say it can never really be this. It's just, it can only be this when something good happens or what seems to be good. It's this when you donate to the charity organization. It's this when you tell people about God. It's this when you love people, but when you hate, there's hatred, killing, bodies being obliterated. Can never be this. There's already no one there to be killed. There's already no one there to be raped. There's already no one there to even say anything about that. There's just simply this. Life as it is deathless. Life has never been born. So when the body drops, life recognizes itself that it has never been a body. Life recognizes itself that it has never been born. There's always been life. So it's never really affected by the destruction of the body. Even Christ being crucified was also, I would say, was also that demonstration that the body, anything can happen to the body, but nothing can happen to life, to this life. Life is eternal. Yet it's also expressing as the body, but it's not dependent on the body. Life is just life. It's not a man or a woman. Doesn't have culture, doesn't have gender or any agenda. It's just is. So in the story, it may seem as if somebody's being raped, somebody's being killed, Gaza Strip, bombs, bombs exploding. It's just a, it's just a plane. It's just a plane. It's not real. It's just a simulation. It's empty
I
already.
I drive trucks around my country, and I'm away from home for weeks at a time or a month at a time. And I was in parts of the United States that get bad tornadoes, so they just pop up and they just start destroying things. And I was in my truck and I saw a tornado, and I was near a store. So I jumped out of my truck and I started running for my life to the store. And there was a guy in front of me, and I yelled, "There's a fucking tornado! Run!" It's there's already nobody doing anything.
Yes. Yes.
There may appear to be fear running for my life away from a tornado,
Mm.
but there's nobody feeling that fear.
Yeah. They was just
So
running from the tornado happening,
yes,
fear happening, you know, just that. An empty appearance.
and that's the same with rape or murder. There may be the apparent feeling of pain, fear, maybe hatred comes afterwards, but there's already nobody feeling any of that.
Yeah.
It's just it's just the fear and the pain, and it's not even.
Yeah. It's empty. It's empty. You know, the body may seem to, when there is a car coming towards the body may seem to move aside, you know. The body will just won't sit there and then just get knocked down by a car. It will move. Somebody trying to shoot, it will duck or even run away. As there was running away from the tornado, you know, it's just it's not registered as somebody running away. It's just running away happening, fear happening. It's just a reaction, you know, but it's empty already. There's no doer. Even when it seems as if there's a doer, there's already no doer. The sense of being separate from everything is already impersonal. It's just what appears to happen. It's not happening to somebody. Even when it seems as if it's happening to somebody, it's just what's happening. It's
And
empty
not even.
already.
Yes, empty.
Yeah.
Well, I've really enjoyed our time talking. There's been some glitches, and but there's already nothing going on here anyways. There's already nothing being taught, nothing to really take in. Just two apparent individual selves enjoying some
Yeah.
time together. And I appreciate your time.
You're always
Uh,
welcome. Always welcome.
and maybe we'll talk again one day.
Most definitely.
Thank you, and Cozy.
Always welcome, Amo. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks.